Greetings and salutations, horror movie nerds. My name is Gilbert Ybarra, and welcome back to the Addict Review. Alrighty, a movie that came out this August of 2021. You know what, before that, 5 years ago, we were introduced to a little movie about a home invasion. A thrilling horror movie where we saw the blind man and his house of horrors and some pretty messed up scenes. We're going to get into that movie on another review. But the movie was such a success and such a hit that it spawned this sequel that I didn't really think that people were asking for or we really needed, because the first one ended so well that I thought that was it. I was wrong. This sequel was so much better than I imagined, and you know what? Let's not pitter-patter around it anymore. Let's talk about Don't Breathe 2. Let's see that cool poster. Yo, it's Stephen Lang again as the blind man, and like I said, if you've seen the first one, you know why he earned that title monster. He did some pretty horrendous things out of heartbreak. I mean, no excuse for what he did, but man, he was devilish in that film. And now we are seeing, after the home invasion occurred in the first film, he stumbles upon a little girl that is escaping a house fire. After this instance, we flash forward 8 years later again, and we now see that he has adopted her as his daughter, Phoenix. So there is Phoenix being raised as the blind man's daughter. Now, let me make this very clear. His intentions with her are very pure. Wants to just love her and protect her as his own daughter. However, he raises her in a hermit-like environment because of a couple reasons. The sins of his past, and his fear that something will happen to his loved one again. As past tragedies happen to him, he is very, very fearful of that, and that fear turns into him being isolated from the world and him keeping her isolated as well, and that is not healthy. So much so that the only connection he has to the outside world is a fellow veteran, a female, strong person that does business with the blind man, and also wants to take the little girl into town because she sees like the Ariel, like Little Mermaid trance of like, I want to see this world that everyone else is a part of, and she feels it's not right for that little girl just to be stuck with the blind man. Despite him wanting to protect her, this girl needs to explore the town and see the world. Sadly though, one of these trips to town puts an unintentional target on Phoenix's back, and now we start our film. Hernandez is the female veteran Army Ranger that is escorting Phoenix around town on behalf of the blind man. As they're going around town, we see Phoenix interacting with the kids, and you see that longing for normalcy. However, while that's occurring, there's something going on in the background. We discover that something very sinister is happening. There is an organ traffic ring going on, and suspicions are high, and warnings are like, everybody stay indoor, be careful. If you're a blind man and you have an abducted daughter, you better watch your ass. That's not really what they said, but that's the sense that we're getting now, because come on, man, this guy's already really fearful if something happens to this little girl. Now let's throw into the mix an organ traffic ring. So once we're in town, they're about to go back home, and Phoenix encounters a strange man. Automatically, we know he is bad news bears, son. And our instincts are right, as later on we see the trip to town was very, 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 very miscalculated. That little trip into town caused a label maker to print out nice little labels to say your ass is in a lot of trouble, and slapped it on Phoenix, Hernandez, and the blind man, because they're basically booked. You have some nasty people coming after you with some really bad intentions, and we are shown that with the first wah of the movie. Now, I'm not going to say when it happens, how it happens, I'm not going to give you any details, but when you see it, it is brutal and extremely hard to watch. So, just don't say I didn't warn you. But after that scene, now we get into the gusto, the bread and the butter, the home invasion, the whole essence of this franchise, and it is beautiful to watch. Let's go. As sick as it is, the whole reason why we watch these films is because they caught us with the home invasion aspect. It is a dreadful, dreadful situation that, I pray that nobody has to go through. But this film, the way they deliver it is so haunting yet elegant, we can't help but be just, attracted to what's going to happen. And that is firmly set when we see the opening shots right before the invasion is about to happen of our meth mercenaries about to go in there and try to do work. As they're about to do work, though, you're like, wait, hold up. We've got the blind man, a Navy SEAL veteran, and he's used to these kind of home invasions. We're forgetting something, though. He don't have home turf this time, okay? And he didn't go to the Kevin McAllister school of kicking the shit out of burglars. No. This is a fresh house, and we've got some highly trained people going after Phoenix and himself. So, can he fight these guys off? I'm not gonna tell you guys. No, I'm not going to tell you any more about the home invasion sequence because I don't want to ruin it for you, and I don't want to tell you guys any more about what's going to happen in the third act. I don't think that's fair to you. I am going to say this though, more of some words of advice. Don't try to predict what's going to happen. I'm normally very, very good at doing that. I can tell you dialogue, I can probably tell you a lot what's going to happen, I can find the secrets, I'm normally really good at that. This film threw me off so bad again. God damn it. I already said, with Don't Breathe, nobody saw this twist coming. And I was like, nope, not falling for it again. And then they did this to me, and I was like, oh my god, you even dream about crisscrossing me like that again? You better wake up and apologize, because if they make a part 3, I'm not falling for this shit again. Who am I kidding? Yeah, I will. Aside from that, don't get it twisted, okay? The whole thing isn't just about the home invasion. There's a lot more to the story and a lot more that you will see proceeding after the home invasion. A lot of stuff gets presented and a lot of stuff it's hard to digest. So I saw a lot of the reviews, they're very mixed, but I'm gonna let you guys, kind of ask those questions and answer them yourself because there's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, this movie could be a standalone. If you haven't seen the first one, it's okay. You can still watch this one, it might be better in fact because you don't know anything about it. However, in this movie, let me say this might be a spoiler, but the blind man is kind of presented as the protagonist this time. Not necessarily the good guy. This is a shitty movie with shitty people. So the director said it best. He's not a hero. Not even an anti-hero. He's an anti-villain, and I quote that. I don't have the proper description for anti-villain, but I believe it's very, very appropriate for Stephen Lang's character of the blind man. So I kind of lied. I am going to say a little bit of spoilers, but that comes with the fun part. Now that I've already kind of given you some foundation for the movie and hopefully caught your interest, now we're going to talk about maybe a couple sequences here that I really found to be enjoyable. Now this is heavily laden with spoilers, so at this particular part, if you have not seen the film, please skip past the fun part to the conclusion where I thank you guys, but please don't watch this until you've seen the movie. Now if you've seen the movie, please proceed to the fun part. Alrighty, you've been thoroughly warned, okay? Please don't watch this part if you haven't seen the movie. The first fun part, and I say fun with an grimy feeling. This part was very disturbing to me, was when we see Hernandez leaving the blind man's house, and she sees that truck blocking the main road out of town. She sees the truck, she approaches it, very brave, but she's strapped, she's a former ranger, she's ready for this shit. She's seen more, she can handle 4, meth heads. But these aren't ordinary meth heads, and she's like, hey, skedaddle. They're like, alright, cool. She gets back in her truck, then all of a sudden, man, she's about to report this to the police, and boom! The old somebody in the back seat and tying you up trope. I haven't seen that gag in forever. And it was a perfectly well executed jump scare that really established how savage this movie was going to be. And what he did in the truck was just, like I said, it put a nasty knot in my stomach, and I commend it for the brutality, but damn, what a way to really get it going. Now, my second fun part is a little tricky. I'm not sure if a lot of people noticed this or not. There was a beautiful throwback to an homage to the first one, where the blind man is escaping his house once it's on fire. He leaps out, and kind of, I guess, like his mini greenhouse, he lands on the glass, and he begins to, splinter, what is it, like spider web? Starts to do that, and he's watching it, and he falls through. Did anybody else notice that that happened in the first film, where one of the kids, he fell and he landed on the glass, same thing, he fell through, and I just thought, okay, that's a fun part, and I'm desperately looking around to see if anybody else caught it, but A, I'm watching the movie by myself, B, I don't think that anybody saw that, but watch it again, see if you see that part. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. This third one for my fun part is disgusting. You've seen the original, you know about the turkey baster. And those bastard storytellers, those filmmakers, assured us that in Don't Breathe 2, that baster is somewhere. Don't know where, but they said it's definitely in there, and it's hard to spot. And I guess, I don't know, if I go see it again, I'm definitely going to look for it, motherfuckers. Alright guys, those were my fun parts. What did you enjoy most about the movie? So Don't Breathe 2, obviously it impressed the hell out of me, but what do the other websites say? I really don't care. No, I'm just kidding. One site that I go to here and there, they had it at about approximately 6.2, 6.3, which, I mean, I guess is fair. I would probably say it's a 7 because I think it is a solid upgrade from Don't Breathe, which is a classic already. And in a world full of sequels, though, the bar is set pretty low, and this movie, woo, just bam, jumped over any expectations that I thought I was going to have for Don't Breathe 2. If there was any doubt at all, if Don't Breathe 2 was going to live up to the hype presented by the first one, it lives up to it completely. I suggest please see it in the theater so that way you can see, wow, just the cinematography on display, and the sound is incredible. It's almost like another character to the movie-going experience. So check out Don't Breathe 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this with me. Click like and subscribe. Please tell some friends, guys. Let's get some comments going. If you guys have any suggestions for movies I should try out, leave them in the comments, guys. But thank you for watching. My name is Gilbert Ybarra. This is the Addict Review. Smile, Tiger.